What's up, everybody? Ben Rezzi here for Odd Chopper. I am back. College football rolls on another loaded Saturday slate. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a couple games. Not one, not two, but three. Throw them together and try to cash a plus money parlay ticket. Here we go. I want to welcome you to the channel. All things betting, from picks to tools to break down all different sports, all different bet types. If you like what you see and you're a big sports betting fan, hit the like button, subscribe to this very channel, and let's try to break this streak. This video cannot link three together. We've had a pretty good college football season overall. Certainly we'll talk about a lot of that. But let's dive in because we need to string them together and get to that last game. It's not easy, but if you hit one, it makes up for a lot of losses. Here we go. I will bring up the board and let's get right to it. Let's get to the first game. And you see it on the screen. Not going to be easy. We're laying points on the road in a hostile environment in Louisville, of all places. Miami and Louisville, ACC clash. Miami has certainly national title implications. They are a playoff team right now. Cam Ward is a Heisman contender. The last time we saw them was in an insane game out west against Cal. They did that. They got a chance to rest, and they bring the same thing they've been bringing all year. They have a top-end quarterback, a fantastic offensive line, weapons around him, maybe suspect coaching, but Miami's got everything that you need. They've looked good this year. They're scoring, at a clip that's basically the best in the country right now. They're racking up points. And it's more about Louisville to me. I know who Miami is. If they don't self-destruct, I really believe in that offense. Louisville's 4-2. They're always strong at home, but they've already shown some cracks. SMU got them at home. Notre Dame got them on the road. They're coming off a win against Virginia by 4. I think we're starting to see that Louisville's defense simply isn't that good. 89th in opponent yards per pass, 122nd in opponent completion percentage. These are numbers that are just not going to hold up against offenses like Miami. It's just simply not going to happen. So then you say, can Louisville hang in with Shug and what they do? Yeah, but Miami's defense, I think, is still pretty damn solid. And I look at this game, a 59.5-point total, nothing gimmicky about that. I'm just really going to buy the team that I've bought all year in Miami. I believe in them. I think they're going to continue to march towards, maybe future showdowns with Clemson and beyond. But right now, I don't think Louisville's the team to trip them up. Louisville's been bitten a little like most teams at this point. Some personnel issues via injury. I still think ultimately, though, when it comes down to it, they're not going to have answers in the secondary. So let's get things started. Let's keep it very simple. Miami Hurricanes, we're going to lay 4.5 at -118 on FanDuel as the first leg of the parlay. Now, we got to find two more. And I mentioned already that if you haven't been in Discord for this year, again, there's so much to offer. It's right here in the Tails Marketplace. Not only do the picks go right to you, I dropped one for Friday night, depending on when you're watching this. These sync right in, but you get access right into Discord. And it's not just this channel where all the bets go. It's about the discussions. It's about being able to drop your own tickets, ask questions, hang out, sweat the games, all sorts of stuff, all different sports. It's so much fun. It's a great community. We're finding value for each other. So if you want to check it out, if you want to be part of the sweat for tomorrow and the whole week or even the month, the link is below. I'll see you in there again. Use that code. I wanted to make it very affordable. This is not just for exclusive professional bettors or anything like that. It's for everyone who wants a community, wants some extra info, wants to be able to dialogue, get some more picks, and hopefully make some money. See you guys in there. Now, where are we going? Where are we going for the second pick? I debated a couple different spots. Scrolling. As you can see, we're getting into the night slate. Uh-oh. The cheat code itself. Vanderbilt, Ball State, over 57.5 points. I said I had this on the video last week, and I said, and I declared to Discord, and I meant it. I think I'm blindly backing Ball State overs until they do something about this. I really don't understand. They are the infinite money glitch right now. Ball State's defense is not just the worst in the country. It's significantly the worst in the country. And if you don't believe me, let's just run through what they've done this year. They gave up 34 points to FCS Missouri State. Miami, who we just talked about, hung 62 points on them. Central Michigan, 37. JMU, how about 63 points hung on them? Western Michigan, another directional school, 45 points. And then they played none other than Kent State, the worst team in the country by many standards. What happened in that game? We had the over 37-35 in torrential downpour. Even Kent State hung 35 points on this team. Now they play an SEC school. Now, Vanderbilt's going to score a lot. The question more so is, can Ball State score? I think that they can. They've shown in these games their offense is a mess, but they'll be good for some points. And Vanderbilt, although they're not a high tempo, prolific offense, they've obviously made serious strides this year. Vanderbilt's a good team. Name recognition probably brings them down. But if you just look at a blind resume, Vanderbilt is an elite opponent for a school like Ball State. There's no doubt about that. But they're far from a defense that I think is going to shut anybody out or anything like that. It's pretty simple. The way Ball State plays, they cannot stop any type of offense. They get short fields, perpetual nonsense. The tempo will be fine. And it's not a crazy total because, again, I think the books, rightfully so, are a little concerned about Ball State's offense. I'm jumping right in here. I know this is very greasy. And there's certainly, if you wanted to go to an LSU or a more prolific game, we'll be talking about that in Discord, but I'm putting this on the card. Over 57.5, we're saving some juice as well. Again, you want to shop the whole parlay. Ball State's defense has proven that they will give 30 to 40 to 50 points to every single opponent that they play, MAC to elite. I don't think that changes here with Vanderbilt. So if Ball State does their part and gets us a couple touchdowns, we'll be just fine here. So we got Miami. We've got the over in the Ball State game. How about this parlay shaping up? I got one more for you, but I also definitely need to mention there's so many things going on across the industry, including the ability to get bonus bets. One of those is at Bet365. You haven't done that. 5 into 200. It pays for things like this. When you're trying to make lotto tickets, long shot parlays, you don't want to drain your bankroll. So if you're in a state like Bet365, there's so many opportunities. The link is below. You sign up, you deposit. Get 5, get 200 in bonus bets. Again, 21 plus, 18 Kentucky. Please play responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. But these are the type of deals. We have all sorts of things going on. That's why you want to get over to OddsShopper and take advantage of everything you see and what fits for you, what your goals are. My goal here is to get to the last game with a chance. That's what we've been trying to do, and we kind of had it last week, and then Ole Miss melted. That's another story for another time. And that last game is going to be a good one. Kentucky and Florida, a 1.5 point spread. Certainly, you could take the money line as well if you want. Do you think the Gators, clearly I think they win the game considering we're getting 1.5. SEC battle of two middling teams, but I see them a little differently. So let's start with Kentucky. They're all over the place. Crushed by South Carolina. Lose to Georgia by a lone point. Then they beat Ole Miss on the road. And I'm thinking, man. And then they lose to Vanderbilt, who is improved, but you shouldn't be doing that. They're so banged up. They are so banged up. They didn't have a prolific offense to begin with. I was just looking at the injury reports. And again, it's very noisy. SEC has to report, and guys can come in and guys can come off that report. 7 between the D-line and O-line are on that report. Some are definitely out. A handful of other players there. I worry about what Kentucky brings to the table. When you go on the road in the SEC, it is never easy. And I'm going to give some respect to Florida. They play the worst schedule in the country by far. I'm not a huge fan of the team, but they're fighting. They are battling. They should have beat Tennessee on the road last week. They had every chance to win that game. Now they're back home in the swamp. There is a loss. They lost their quarterback for the year. Graham Mertz is out. But Lagway had played. It's not like they're just turning to the freshman completely cold. He's been in these games. I think Mertz was pretty clearly outplaying him, but he's gotten some reps. He's young, but he's at home. I think that's enough. And then I look at the rest of Florida. This defense is still very, very solid. They have held up nicely against very strong competition. They're certainly not going to be too worried about Kentucky coming to town when they've seen the likes of who they've seen and who they have to still play. Florida has been absolutely tested, and they've held up pretty well, all things considered. I think that they show here they're kind of in that next tier, and Kentucky just has no answers. They're not a prolific running attack. I don't trust the quarterback. The injuries magnify all these potential exploitations. Florida does enough at home. They will hold up better. I think Lagway will make enough plays. We got to limit the turnovers. But this is I don't want to say live dog. That makes it sound like we're finding something sneaky. Florida has the tiniest of underdogs. I think should be favorite. I think they win this game outright. There we have it, friends. Let's look at what we've done and put it together. We've got Miami, the U, Florida, plus 1.5, and the over in the Vanderbilt game. If nothing else, I can confidently say no other human on the earth has come up with this 3 combination. You put it together, you're over 6-1. That makes up for a lot of swings and misses on a parlay That's the blessing and the curse of betting parlays like this, which is why, again, if you want to learn more about the stuff, hop in Discord. We talk about it. You got to pick your spots. It can always add a sweetener, but it's hard to live and die with them. But I like these three. They are all on the card. And with that, friends, let's cast a ticket. Appreciate everyone tuning in. If you have any questions, at JazzRaz Bets on Twitter. I'll see you guys in Discord. Let's make some money this week.